Hey, hello everybody. This is my first solo podcast. Hopefully, it won't be solo in a year or in a year or two when I am when I build my podcast enough where I can have a reputable guest. Welcome to my first podcast, first episode of my podcast. I'm gonna be doing this every Sunday, and I'm gonna try to make it funny and a bit informative if I can do that. Okay. So, if you're not living under a rock, Joe Biden just won the U.S. elections, and he mainly won from the mail-in ballots, I think, and Donald Trump is suspicious about the election. And by the way, if you don't know about that, Donald Trump can still stay in the office till January 2021, I think so. And I don't understand how he told his supporters not to vote from mail-in ballots, and now he's confused on how Joe Biden won from mail-in ballots. There was a weird spike of Joe Biden's mail-in ballots or Joe Biden's votes. On some days there was a weird spike up on Joe Biden's votes, and when it got public, I think or maybe before it got public, they removed all those votes, and some of those votes were counted null. I saw one guy from 1890. It was in the reports, the guy was from 1890 something, and his vote he was able to vote. I don't think that guy is alive. They just used his name, and his vote was counted as null. But that kind of tells you something about what happened. And I mean, I'm not. It's okay. I don't. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. I don't like. Personally, I don't like both of them. They're both a bad option. But let's move on from politics, okay? I have a story to tell, which I think is funny. Yesterday I met my extended family. By the way, I've never met them. That's why I'm calling they're my extended family, okay? And there was this old grandma in that house, and she asked me this question in front of everybody: "Do you love me?" And obviously my answer was no. Why would I love you? I just met you today. How can I love you? Okay, you're probably gonna die tomorrow. Why should I fall in love with you? So that when you die tomorrow, I can say, "Oh my God, her cookies were so delicious. She was not a burden on the family at all." Here's the advice for you old folks out there, okay? Do some meth and get a fucking job, okay? There's no reason for you to be sitting around and be a burden on the family. Just because you did some work in your 20s doesn't mean you can be a burden on your family at the age of 60 or 70, okay? Or 80, whatever. It's not acceptable. Why do you expect the same amount of money from a kid who is in his 20s? You're probably gonna make your own kids homeless just because you're being a burden on him, okay? At least get a job at a flower shop, okay? Don't do meth, okay? Just drink 3 to 4 cups of coffee, and go do a job at a flower shop or a library or something, okay? Be a librarian. You can still do something, okay? Come on. You're gonna make your 20-year-old son, 20 to 24-year-old son, homeless, or put him in a bad financial situation where he can't get himself out of. Because why do you expect the same amount of help, the same amount of financial stability from a 20-year-old, when you I'm making a comparison on how they judge their kids on how much they were making in their 40s or 50s. Why do you expect the same amount of money from a 20-year-old? That's impossible. For most people, that's impossible, okay? He just got out. He just got out of high school, college or university, whatever you call it. Why do you expect all that from him, okay? Just do some math, do some whatever, okay? Take some uppers, Adderall, whatever. Just, okay? Do a job. Don't become a burden on the family. Okay, that's it for the podcast number 1. Thank you for watching. I'll be doing this every Sunday. I know I don't have any viewers right now, but hopefully I will have some after maybe 100 episodes, hopefully.